I can't substantiate that. I couldn't have told you on Saturday that Tyler Toffoli would be traded on Sunday night or Monday morning. We've had conversations with teams, and clearly I would think most teams are identifying good hockey players on expiring contracts that are going to be free agents, whether that's, Ben Chiarot for us or Klinberg in Dallas or another player with another organization. So we've received a lot of phone calls, John. I think everybody knows how these talks proceed, and it's really difficult to identify when that would happen. I don't care what you're doing, whether you're trading hockey players or stocks or any other evaluation or decision you make in life. There's a risk reward balance that we all assess from moment to moment. If we had the right trade this moment for Ben Chiarot, we'd trade him this moment. Are we going to trade him for what we believe to be? We're not going to trade him if we don't believe the deal is the right deal. And so we're having continued conversations. And as I said to John, that could mean that he's traded today, tomorrow. That could also mean he's traded 2 weeks from now. But we are conscious of that risk. And, again, similarly to most other teams with players on expiring contracts, we're all balancing that risk and risk return.
Emil Heineman, why did you want him? What do the scouts see his potential as being?
Well, for starters, one of the things that we've evaluated is when we could, Heineman's a second round pick. So if we were to look at the prospect of trading Toffoli for a first and a second and a fifth, or trading Tyler for a first, a second who was drafted 2 years prior, who's 2 years further ahead in terms of development, that was certainly one of the factors. The other factor for us is we love his speed. We love his aggressiveness. We are going to try to improve our team speed. That's certainly an area of focus for us. But I wouldn't want to mislead people into believing that we're solely focused on speed. If you were to listen to Marty's press conference or Martin's press conference, I think one of the themes for Martin would be hockey sense as well. We're not going to have 20 smartest players in the league. We're not going to have the 20 fastest players in the league, but there are certain areas of focus for us, and speed's one of them. And Emil brings that. And he's also a very physical, competitive hockey player with great character. I think we've touched on it even when we discussed, the coaching change. What we're looking from our players is that passion to go out and play despite the circumstances, that competitiveness, a little bit of perspective. I know it's a difficult situation to compete when you, especially coming out of a Stanley Cup final the year before, to be out of the playoffs this early in the season. But it's still a sport. It's still something that they got great at because they were so passionate about it. And we're expecting them to show up and compete every day and put their best foot forward. And quite frankly, we're expecting them to work on developing too as a team and as individuals. We're not looking to throw in the towel here and ensure that we finish in last place.
I'm just wondering what can you do to reassure people that this is an organization they want to be a part of?
Well, we'll continue to do that. I think players and families, it's interesting that you say that, Eric, because that was a common theme in talking to some of my clients as I was considering this position in terms of what they like, or in an organization, what they'd like to see change in an organization. So yeah, we want to create a environment where, we use different expressions. I was talking to Marty yesterday. He was talking about how this was, we go to war together all the time. I don't know whether you want to call it a war, call it together, or we're a family together, but we're going to work hard together, and we're going to try to create that sense of belonging that extends throughout our organization, both with players and with everybody that works here. And as we move through this process, we will continue to communicate with our players about our desire to build a team. We're not looking to completely dismantle this and try to get the first overall pick in each of the next 2 years. So they're going to be made aware of that. They're going to see the investments that we're making in improving this team, improving everything about it.